You know that's top shelf mustard for an intro song. That's the Fricashinas rocking us into the Friday, every single Friday. And what's up, America? What's up, universe? What's up, galaxy? We really bringing it at you this week with a lot of great topics. I'm excited to be here. Thanks for tuning in to the YouTube channel for Discussion Combustion, and happy Friday, America. My name is Arthur. I'll be bringing in the energy, emceeing this episode. We might try to break a record tonight, and you might find out what that record is. And you know I'm excited. I got my main man across the table from me, and you know that's the slow simmer, salt sniffer, Kevin Batstone.
Happy Friday, America. Thanks again for joining us here. It's February, which means things are going fast. It's a quick month. Everything's going fast. We got racing like this show's about to go. Let's go, Art.
Let's do this. And today in history on February 2nd. Okay, so this one's a good one. I'm going to start off with 1787. Arthur St. Clair is elected the 9th president of the Congress under the Articles of Confederation.
Yes.
So that's a big one, obviously. That's a big one.
Yep. The bottle cap.
Yeah, the bottle cap is actually a bigger one, Kev.
Yeah, 1892 bottle cap patented by a name, William Painter. Kind
William
of a fun
Painter.
name. He patented the bottle cap, which, hey, that changed the game.
It did. And 1901, moving forward, Female Army Nurse Corps established as a permanent organization, obviously made a huge impact in both world wars, and has continued to make an impact since. This next one might be a tongue twister. On 1922 and 2022, it was 2:22.22 seconds a.m., and then if you're going military time, it was 22:22.22 milliseconds on 222.
Wow.
Yeah.
2022?
Yep, on 22.
That's a lot of twos.
I'm losing my tooth over the tutus.
That's a tongue twister, too.
Goodness gracious.
That's a tongue twister.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, we like to keep it explosive. 1951, U.S. performs a nuclear test in the Nevada test site. You know, the United States ones, they're always so consistent. So it's usually the Nevada test site whenever we see them pop up. But we got a bonus.
Wow.
That's right. In 1962, the USSR performs a nuclear test in Eastern Kazakhstan. And I actually spelled this one out. Semipalatinsk, USSR.
Excellent. Well done. That's today in history. We're cruising through this thing just like NASCAR is cruising back to your television screens this weekend, and they're on Netflix right now. Really cool series just dropped. It's called NASCAR Full Speed. It is on Netflix. It's in the top 5 shows in America to watch right now. I highly recommend it if you don't know anything about the sport or you're a diehard like myself. Of course, tune in to Match the Gas every Monday night. They do a really cool job of covering last year's playoffs, from getting into the playoffs and what those 10 weeks looked like for the drivers, both off the track in their personal lives, getting to the racetrack, and all the struggles that they went through, all the way down to the Phoenix Championship. It's a great watch.
Okay, and so actual drivers.
All the NASCAR guys.
Not real actors.
Nope.
Not actors, it's actual drivers.
It's a docu-series.
Okay, so that's cool. It's kind of like when they do like the 30 for 30 things on ESPN or going there for that.
Yeah, exactly.
So being a huge NASCAR fan yourself, and also you host one of the greater NASCAR shows, podcasts, did you learn anything while you were watching this that you didn't know prior?
I think the only thing I learned was probably a little bit more about their personal lives. You know, I know as an analyst, I see what they do on the track every week, and you know, you get to learn a little bit more about what Denny Hamlin does with his daughters in his off time, or what Kyle Larson's doing on the farm and stuff like that. So that's kind of a fun perspective for mega fans of the sport, getting to see what their drivers do.
Okay, I do like that, and you're able to get through it in like one day if you binge it.
It's 5 episodes, 40 minutes a piece. It's an easy watch, and it pulls you in. It's a really good watch. Well done, Netflix.
Well done, Netflix. Yeah, they've been stepping it up for years, and just content's constantly growing. Another thing that's constantly growing, according to scientists, is the universe. And NASA has released some new pictures of spiral galaxies. And this is all courtesy of the James Webb Telescope. And they are also, this is part of a big project. So they released 13 photos of spiral galaxies, and these things are absolute detail. So beautiful. You got to go check out these pictures. So scroll down in the comments, click the link, go see this article and check out these pictures. But they're a part of this program called the Physics at High Angular Resolution in Nearby Galaxies, with a big S at the end. So it's a hyphen for FANGS program. There's over 150 astronomers worldwide. I cannot do words tonight, and
take a shot.
Yeah, it's okay. We're doing that, and it's a cool project. So the thing that kind of made me think about, when you look at these pictures, you see all the stars, and there's planets around all these stars. Do you think there's a likelihood, with all of these different planet stars and the universe, that there is life, intelligent life out there?
I mean, I just think the mathematical uncertainties, and we've kind of touched on this in other shows and previous go-arounds with the topic of space, and how flat Earth really just puts that to bed, and hollow Earth, and all these weird theories that are out there that have become pretty popular here in 2024. I can't sit here and say the mathematical uncertainties that there isn't intelligent life out there. And as we continue space exploration and the technology gets better and the innovation, we're starting to get closer and closer and honing in on some sort of proof behind that.
Yeah, so would intelligent life be considered like monkeys that use tools?
Something that can...
Or like crows, because birds can use tools.
Yeah, something that can think for itself and fight for itself.
So that's considered intelligent life.
Yeah, I think like cells, just, if there's water, there's obviously, they say life because of the cells and the reproduction of cells and whatnot. I don't know if that's intelligent life, but something that can feed itself, take care of itself, and understand its surroundings, I think would be considered
self-aware,
situational awareness.
Self-aware. Yeah, because what if there's like a planet that has life where it's like early humans, but it's still intelligent. It's just not as far technologically as we are.
I hope it's Pandora and the avatars are out there, and we're going to see them one day. That would be my favorite planet to visit, or galaxy, or wherever it is out there.
Okay.
I like Avatar. I like the idea of that, because that's intelligent life.
It is.
It's a little sci-fi-y, but it's fun to think about.
I mean, it could come in any shape or form, really. Like, we just assume it was going to be more humanoid because that's how we are. But we don't know. It depends on, like, the gases, all the stuff on the planet. So, interesting to think about.
It's a fun topic.
While you're looking at these pictures, just appreciate the amount of stars and potential life that you're looking at in these pictures. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, definitely scroll down, take a gander at that. Beautiful stuff.
And then you got a funny one coming up next on Pizza Hut, man. Of all places, Pizza Hut.
Yeah. So there's a Pizza Hut, and for our older viewers and people that aren't my age, we remember going to Pizza Hut in the 90s. It was part of the dining experience.
Salad bar and stuff.
You had the salad bar. You had like the red and white checkered theme inside with the big red booths and the Pizza Hut shaped lights
overhead. They had like
overhead.
a mini arcade.
It was a fun place to go. And so they still have these dine-in experiences, and that most people are doing takeout and delivery now. But at this one Pizza Hut, they had a situation take place. They had to shut the dining room down, and so the intent was to put a sign on the door that said, "Due to unforeseen circumstances, our dining area is unavailable." Well, there was a typo and an autocorrect, and so the sign actually read, "Due to unforeseen circumcisions, the dining room is closed." And people were like, "What the hell is going on in here?"
Yeah,
this is legit happened. People were like, "What do you mean due to unforeseen circumcisions?"
Yeah,
that's a tongue twister. Say that 3 times fast.
No, this is a hell of an episode for me already. All right, like my face is probably as red as the stripes behind you. Fucking
America.
Yeah. So who's actually in here getting concerned? Like, you got to see this patron. They're walking in, they read this, and they take it literally. Like, they don't, deductive reasoning and think that that's a typo. Like, what is going on in their head that makes them freak out about that? What is it?
Well, I mean, look, that's just the world we live in now. Errors happen. People want to take advantage of it. People want to call it out. But the general manager of this place said, "Hey, we're going to do a $5 pizza deal for all the people that were impacted by it or whatever it did."
Impacted by the unforeseen
circumcisions.
Circumcisions.
Yeah, I mean, I've never read anything like that, so I thought that was Happy Friday worthy.
Oh no, that's definitely funny. And Pizza Hut, I think they're all right, man. Weren't they the ones that started the stuffed crust?
Yeah,
didn't they start that?
They did, but I still feel like they're one of the greasiest pizzas on the top 3 or 4 major chains. I mean, we talked about Little Caesars the other night and pizza in general, but like Papa John's, Domino's, Pizza Hut, I feel like they're the greasiest out of those 3.
Yeah, I haven't had Pizza Hut in a while, so I can't judge it based on recent experience. But moving on along here, we're going to move into the Would You Rather segment, and Kev is going to hit us with our last week's recap.
That's right. Last week recap. Every week you can go to Twitter X at HappyFryUSA or leave a comment down below for the Would You Rather. Last week we asked, would you rather never have an orgasm again or never experience the feeling of love? The results are in. Never feel love went 65%. And never feel an orgasm again went 35%.
So people were going for
people are taking the orgasm.
They're taking the orgasm.
And they're foregoing love. Oh. So that's what our results concluded.
I'm so sad for society right now. And you're part of the problem.
I don't think it's a problem. I think it's a solution.
I'm messing around.
I think it's a solution.
I'm messing around. Yeah, definitely. It's a lot of fun. Participate in the Would You Rather. This week I have one that is a little more light. Like I'm not torturing people this week. So let's say that you won $100,000.
All right.
You just won $100,000. You got to keep all the $100K.
Excellent.
But you had to spend it on one of these two things. Which one are you going to pick? Both of them are vacations. Are you taking either a dream cruise in the Bahamas?
Does it have to be the Bahamas?
Yes.
Okay.
Dream cruise in the Bahamas, or are you going to go safari in Africa?
So I haven't cruised the Bahamas, but I did a Western Caribbean cruise. So I have experienced that. Not saying I wouldn't want to do that again because it's tremendous and I would recommend it. But one thing I haven't done is an African safari. Mm-hmm. So I'm taking the safari on this one only because I've never done that and I have done a cruise.
Yeah.
So that's my answer to that.
Yeah, the safari is definitely going to be more rugged of a choice, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like you're
out there.
Yeah, you're roughing it up a little bit. You're in the elements more. It's more dangerous. It's more dangerous.
You got rhinos that can charge the Jeep.
Yeah, you know, I mean, you're out in the jungle basically, or you have like this
peaceful,
very luxurious, like out in the Caribbean, this kind
Beautiful.
of thing. So for me today, I know this is going to change if I've read it to myself in a year, but today I'm picking the cruise.
I like it.
I'm going the cruise. I'm going super chill. I'm going to be listening to music, drinking delicious coffee, smelling the ocean air, man. That's what I'm doing.
And the excursions that come with the cruises are fun, too. You can do snorkeling. You can do a lot of cool things. Kayaking.
Yeah, 100K?
Yeah, you can do a lot.
100K cruise?
Yeah, but I mean, the 100K safari?
You're out there for like a month.
You can get like a private tour guide and stuff. Like, get out there.
Private security and shit?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You got a couple of guys on the back that are like armed that could take down an animal if you're getting attacked or whatever.
Maybe you go hunt poachers. Like you go punch your hunting. Punch your honing. Dude, I cannot talk tonight. Oh my god.
Poacher hunting?
Yeah, poacher hunting.
Yeah.
And you go ahead and hunt down this Would You Rather in the comments or on the Twitter or X page. Let us know what you think. Are you taking the luxury cruise in the Bahamas? Or are you going into the jungle, into the bush? No, the bush is Australia. If you go into the bush, that's Australia.
Yeah, the land down under.
Yeah.
Yep, for sure. Mm-hmm. So you're going out into the safari. That's out there in the heat, out there in the jungle where they got those cool looking trees. I'm going out there. That's what I'm taking.
I like that. Next, we got Kev's Random Records.
Yes, the weekly segment, of course. I always try to find some silly records out there. This one's kind of cool. So an 88-year-old, that's right, older gentleman in China. Apparently there's a video stream platform. I'm not really familiar with a lot of these. It's called Billy, similar to Twitch.
Yeah.
It's where these guys can go on and live stream them playing video games.
Yeah, I haven't heard of that one either, though.
No, I'd never heard of it. So his name on there is Grandpa Yang.
Okay,
that's his handle. He's got 280,000 followers, and he broke the record for the oldest man to have the most viewed video game streams. What I like about this, though, is the way he does it. He asks his viewers to schedule the viewing time, and he keeps it to 90 minutes or less, right? Because he wants the children or whoever's viewing to focus other time on other things and not to just spend your entire time doing gaming. Mm-hmm. So not only did he win a record for being the oldest to do it, he's also inspiring others to allocate time to doing your games, but also take care of what's important in life. So I like that story.
I do like that too. And he's playing Tomb Raider, Call of Duty. He's probably jumping on all the popular ones. Look, video games is definitely something that challenges the brain. It keeps our brains active. There's been all the studies on that. And I used to play a lot of games. I don't play as much as I used to, but I still want to see which games are like coming out. So I'll be like watch the top 10 open world games coming out in 2024. I'm curious about it. So I'll end up watching people play games more than I actually play games nowadays.
Yeah, that's become a thing. I don't do much of that. I think the only time I tune in to footage like that is like we're going to see Grand Theft Auto 6 probably leaked gameplay. I want to see what that looks like, or like a new NASCAR game. What does it look like? Just to get an idea, get a bird's eye view on what the game looks like. But outside of that, I don't really like watching other folks do it when I can do it myself.
Yeah. I could see that too.
But I can make that argument about pornography. We don't have time for that.
We do not have time for that on this lightning round of a Friday. Moving along here, sticking with bettering our lives at older age and including having fun playing video games, there's actually studies out that are showing that you can have better brain health if you play instruments, sing music, or also potentially listen to music as well. So there's all these studies out. and it could actually be making people smarter if you continue to play instruments. So they did an online study open to people over the age of 40, and people were reviewing this. More than 1,000 adults went on to this. They've had this study for actually over 10 years, so I'm sure there's thousands of adults by now. But they've showed that people's memory actually and cognitive speed actually went up when they continued to play the piano and like went into these type of instruments. And the piano particularly was one that stood out. I bet you the guitar as well as one. But it makes sense. It makes sense kind of diving into this. I know this was a big article that I put in here. What were your thoughts on some of this?
Well, so I've heard a lot of this stuff before. It kind of ties into a study that I looked at where people that actively pursue their purpose or something that brings them joy in life has proven to extend their life, or kind of keep some medical conditions at bay. Because when you're just sitting there soaking it up and you've accepted, I can't play the guitar anymore because I'm sick, or I can't do this because I'm sick, the folks that power through it actually still find enlightenment and joy and fulfillment out of it. So 100% I agree with it. I mean, look, music, you've created it, I've created it. The feeling you get after is unbelievable. It's just kind of similar to what we do here. So I think this is a terrific read, and I think it's 100%. I mean, I don't see how it couldn't.
Yeah, I mean,
it stimulates so many parts of the brain.
Like that other study that you're talking about is the enjoyment of life. And yeah, if you see a musician and they're feeling and they're in their rhythm, like
Tremendous.
they're one with that. They're present in the moment, and that's where true joy is found. So I think this just taps into all that. This is like a buy one get one, basically a click one get one. Because then there's also an article that goes into listening also helps. I just put that article that's contained within the first article, which is in the show notes, blah. And I would suggest checking both of them out, because there's specific types of music that you can listen to that are probably going to activate your brain to stimulate different brain waves.
Well, we heard a lot of mothers playing classical music into their belly, which was supposed to help generate brain growth amongst the infant. And so I think music has been considered in that category for a long time as from a young age, if they're learning how to play piano and things like that. No question. I mean, I see kids picking up the guitar at 7 years old and they're shredding like Zakk Wylde.
Yeah,
it's unreal. So music is definitely good for life. Keep the music moving. Keep the music being created, and have fun with it. That's what I say.
Yeah, with that one, enjoy your time, enjoy life, and then enjoy more life because you're enjoying it. Basically,
that's a win right there.
And people who are on their cell phones all the time don't seem to enjoy life as much as people present and looking around in their natural habitat.
That is correct. And so I found an article here out of Kentucky. Pretty interesting read here. So one of the representatives, Josh Bray, was at his son's basketball game when he struck up a conversation with a teacher who was complaining about the use of cell phones. He's like, man, these kids are just looking at their phones all the time. Big shocker. We see it out in the real world all the time. Grocery stores, you name it. People are on their phones too much. We know that. So here's kind of where the discussions come up. He generated a House Bill 383, which is going to direct school districts to create policies that prohibit the use of cell phones in the classroom. Hasn't passed yet, hasn't been talked about just yet, but it is being proposed. I'm curious to see where this goes. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of folks that defend it and a lot of people that go against it. I think it's a good idea. And this is coming from two guys that we didn't have cell phones in the classroom. So it's probably easier for us to say that now. But I just know me then in high school, if I had what I have now, no good.
Oh, yeah.
No good.
No, I would have been looking at the wrong things, not paying any attention, and honestly, probably conditioning my brain to not have the ability to focus more in the future too. Because when you're on your phone, it's like these quick dopamine hits. Like that's what people keep chasing. That's why the scroll is addictive. And you put this in a classroom environment. I don't think students are really utilizing their phones within the classroom, like to do research or things like this. And so why not take cell phones away and start to normalize having interactions where it's just people interacting in a room without technology. I honestly stand for this. I think it's a good idea. I don't know what the drawbacks would be from not allowing phone usage in rooms. Like why would that be a negative thing to remove phones from students' hands? Like I don't get why that would be an issue.
Well, so a similar bill in Indiana already passed.
Okay.
So Indiana did it in their school district. And I think, look, I'm sure the kids are outraged by it, but think about it, Art. I mean, we have answers to everything. There's AI. If your kids are taking a test or they got to write an essay, they have a tool in their pocket that, we had calculators and stuff. which is a tool. A lot of folks think, oh, you didn't learn how to do long division and math the way that the old folk did it. So I get it. Tools are, a great way to educate, but there's too much information with a cell phone.
There is.
It's too much. It's too much. So I think we're getting rid of it. Let's see what happens. They're going to vote on it possibly this week, possibly early next week. So if I get an update, tune in next Happy Friday. We'll see if it passes.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely a lot of interesting stuff on this episode. Keep on moving into what's going on this weekend. I'll start us off here. Key Western Festival of 2024. That's hitting Key West, Florida, and that's going to be through the 3rd. So check that out through Saturday, February the 3rd. Going to be a great time.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you're looking for some laughs, Tim Allen is back on doing a comedy tour. He does a lot of sitcoms and programs of that nature. So he's doing some stand-up. He's going to be coming through Denver, Colorado, which, oh, by the way, he's from here. But if you're up in Detroit, Michigan, you're probably licking your wounds a little bit that you're not going to the Super Bowl. You probably need a laugh. So I would recommend going out, if there's still tickets available, go and see Tim Allen tomorrow night.
Yep. This is one that would actually be fun. I've never done anything like this. I would like to dress up, get a little hoity-toity. You go to a fine art and wine festival in Scottsdale, Arizona. So it would be fun just to go do that. Go sip on some Cabernet, whatever wine you like, and kind of judge the wine. Yes, wine's pretty good, but I don't know about this art piece. I think it would just be fun to go do that one night and kind of go out there. So that's happening this Saturday. So tomorrow out there in Scottsdale.
Hey, man, Scottsdale is a great place and definitely a good city. A lot going on in Arizona this week. They got the golf tournament going on that we talked about with Joey Hedge on Discussion Combustion last night. They got fine art and wine. Scottsdale's a fun place. And Los Angeles, California, listen up. If you catch this early enough, tomorrow is a free day at the LA Coliseum. Go out there and watch the NASCAR heats, the NASCAR qualifying, and the NASCAR Mexico Series.
Free day?
Running. Free day.
You just show up?
You can show up. So
oh, really?
Anyone in Los Angeles, if you've never seen NASCAR, go to that. It's free.
I highly recommend. When you hear these engines ripping around the track, it's going to change your opinion on racing. You won't look at it the same.
It's definitely going to be pretty epic. And then Sunday, of course, is the main event, the LA Clash at the Coliseum. 23 cars will make it. That's going to be Sunday at 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 Eastern. Looking forward to that. I'm going to be doing a Mississippi pot roast at my place, having all the fellas over. It's going to be a great weekend.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for tuning in over here on the Discussion Combustion Happy Friday YouTube channel. Kev, bring it out for the people.
Well, let's go. Let's go into the weekend, guys. So you already know, be sure to mash that subscribe button down below so you never miss an episode of Happy Friday or our sister show, Discussion Combustion Podcast. Give us a follow on social media, Instagram and Facebook. That's going to be at Happy Friday USA. Twitter X, where you see the promos and you see the polls go up every Friday. That's going to be at Happy Fry USA, and that's fry as an F-R-I, not like a French fry. And, of course, you can send us an email at happyfridayamerica@gmail.com if you have a segment idea, want to give us a little gripe about something, maybe give Art a hard time about his pronunciations, or give me a hard time about my sunglasses. Whatever it is, enjoy your weekend. Let's go, Fricashinas.
It's Friday.